everyone and welcome back to my channel. It's Gigi here, and today I'm starting a new series that I'm going to be doing on my channel. This is basically some acting advice because I get questions sometimes and I really want to answer you guys' questions, but with full on detail and not just like on Ask Gigi. And this video is going to be about how to get an agent and like how to sign to an agency. This is not going to be my story. If you want my story, just leave it in the comments down below. But this is like in general what you need to get an agent. But before we get started into this video, don't forget to subscribe so you get notified when I upload new acting advice videos or any type of video at all. Also, if you have any other questions that would have to deal with any of this, just comment down below and I'll try to answer them in the video. So to get started with this video, where do you want to enter with the acting or modeling world, you need an agent. Most likely you won't get auditions unless you have an agent. There are ways, and I'll do another video separate about talking how to get auditions without an agent, but you need an agent. I'm being serious right now. Most of the time, like I said, you won't get anywhere without an agent in this whole industry entertainment world. So you're probably wondering, how do I get an agent? How do I find an agent? How do I know I have an agent close to me? First of all, I want you to consider whether you see acting as kind of just a hobby or more if you like want to actually take it seriously. There's a lot of people who just see it as a hobby and kind of fun. But once you get into the business, you're into the business. And it's more like a job than it is kind of like a hobby. Yes, it'll be fun if you love it, but I do really want you to consider that because some people make the mistake of going in and then just wanting to go out. So make sure you know it's serious business when you enter to an agency. That's when it starts. And consider everything else that I guess you can find on any website where you actually want to do acting or not. Because it does take a lot of time and investment. Now, I want to throw a warning out there. There's many people who are like, oh, you want to be on Disney and this person's come out of our agency. There's one thing in this entertainment industry world that you should all know. If anyone asks, if an agent asks for money up front so they can represent you and go to all these places and be like, yeah, we'll have your like child on Disney. Don't even believe them. Don't even give them money. Just say, thank you for the opportunity, but I'm not looking for that, even though you are. If they're asking for money up front, then it's fake. It's a scam. You won't hear from them again. Agents don't get paid unless you do. So once you get paid, they take like a 10-20% commission out of it. Now the first thing is, how do you find an agent? Finding an agent isn't really hard, just to see where they are close to you. Personally, when I tried to look for an agent, I didn't know either, so that's why I'm giving you guys advice. Just go on Google and type in your city and then type in talent agencies after it. There should be talent agencies popping up depending on how many are close to you. Look at their website and you'll see how to submit. Normally it's through snail mail, but now there's also digitally and you'll submit digitally to them. Never ever drop off your submission directly in person or call them. That looks really unprofessional in this business. I know in normal jobs you would call them and be like, yeah, did you see my application? Here you don't do that. That looks really unprofessional. Just saying. Now I found my talent agency. What do I submit? See, all talent agencies are different. All of them will require a headshot and a resume, which a resume, if you don't know what that is, that's basically what you've done in training and theater. And I'll do a video probably how to build your resume if you guys want that too. And then some agencies even require like a cover letter. And that's basically just saying that you want to be under agency or just talking about you, what you've done and experience in acting world. I was once told by one of my acting instructors is, when you send a cover letter, don't be like, I wish to be a part. It's be directly like, I want to be a part of yours. You know, all that stuff. In general, I didn't do a cover letter. I've done them before, but I never thought I was right, so I wouldn't really like consider giving you advice on how to do a cover letter. So it gets to the point where you submit. It can take them a week to a couple weeks for them to answer finally. Usually they keep everything in file for like 6 months just in case, you know, something pops up and they need you. So let's say a few weeks pass by and you finally get the email or the call. And it's the agency saying that they want you to come in at a certain time for a monologue, cold read, or whatever. And it's just kind of to see how you work and what you look like. So it's the day. You go into the agency. If you have an appointment time, make sure to get there a little bit early, just saying. It's always better to be early than late. So going to the agency, what do you take? You take your headshot with your resume stapled on the back. You also have to have a monologue prepared. Usually a 1-minute monologue is what they like to see. So make sure you prepare this kind of like days prior to it so you're more used to it. But then there are some agencies who have cold reads. A cold read is basically when they give you the script at that time and you have some minutes to just kind of practice with it, see what it's like, and then you go in and perform it. Now don't worry, you are allowed to have your scripts with you when it's a cold read. Some agencies do that, some don't. I mean, it really, I guess, just depends on what agency you're trying to get into. And they'll tell you whether they want to sign you or not. Maybe they'll be like, this is not the time for you to get signed. But don't worry, just because you get one let down, it's okay. I mean, this world is full of rejections. I took so many submissions into agencies and never got called by any of them until like I submitted to one that I never submitted to. So I also say, please submit to all the agencies that are close to you because that's the mistake I did. I didn't submit to all of them. I also want to say that Normally, if you're a little kid, it's fine. You'll find an agent, and it's a lot easier for you to get an agent without experience than it is for like when you start becoming a teen to get an agent, because you need a little bit more experience. When I say experience, I don't mean you have to do a commercial and you have to do like a show and whatever. No, by experience, I mean you either do theater in a community theater or your school, and then you take classes like acting classes. All those things go on your resume and like it looks strong. So like I said, if you're kind of older, try to get a little bit experience so they know you're serious about this. It also helps you become a better actor. See, I saw a difference when I started taking classes, and you learn a whole lot more of the acting industry. You learn some terms you didn't know, like just in case the agency asks you what a slate is, they'll probably tell you if you don't know. A slate is basically when you go in, and they say slate your name, agent, height, age, or a part you're playing. Something like that. It's between all these things, and they'll like tell you. They'll tell you specifically what they want. That's what a slate is, just in case you get called in and you don't know what a slate is. Now you know what a slate is. It's you at least slate your name and your age. And that's really all I can think of. Like I said, please consider if you want to actually go into acting role and go into the acting business, because it is work. Also, don't drop your submissions off. Don't call in, say you saw my submission. Don't do that. It looks unprofessional. Make sure when you submit you have a headshot, which is kind of like, this is kind of what a headshot is, from here to here. That's kind of what a headshot is. Have your resume also, make sure it's organized. If you get called in, have a monologue prepared as well. And that's pretty much all I can think of to getting an agent. I guess the hardest part in the acting industry is getting an agent, because with the agent, everything starts. That's kind of it for this video. So I really hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and if you want more acting advice, then leave a comment down below and tell me what you want to know about, like maybe how to build a resume, how to do headshots, audition, I don't know. Like I said, just leave a comment down below and I'll make a video of it. You probably expected more, but it's pretty much all I know of how to get an agent. Not really that much. Don't forget to subscribe to get notified when I upload new acting advice videos, and I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye everyone!